Today, we're planting peppers. Now, these have set out in this box for at least 24 hours and acclimated. I've been taking them out little at a time. About 2 hours. I showed you in the other video, we have really strong winds here, so they've also been in front of the box fan when they're in the house. But they need to be out for at least a 24-hour period in that box before they go in. So I have two kinds of peppers here. My hot peppers are going to be grown up on the porch. I'm going to show you those in another video, but or I may just add it onto this one. So the hot peppers you want to be kept away from your other vegetables, or you're going to end up with like spicy tomatoes. Yes, that does happen. I have actually, this is called a jujitsu pepper, and we got it at the Home and Garden store last year, and we saved the seeds and I started it. The other one that we're starting over there, I started from seed a couple months ago, and it is the green peppers. They're called Southern Cal. These are not hot peppers. This one may be a little bit spicy, and it's going to make those turn to spicy. That's a sweet pepper over there. So this isn't very, I had it last year. They're not real spicy, so we're just going to roll with it and see what happens. That's what we do a lot of times. Okay, so update on, real quick, everything else that's gone on in the gardens, I think since I made the last video. I planted a lot of tomatoes this year, and you can see them here. Alright, but they're all in there, and there's a bunch of them. So I don't have cages on these. It's 3 rows, and these are going to be, it's a technique called Florida weave. So they don't need cages. We're going to weave wire between 2 T-posts to hold these things up once they get a little bit bigger. It's not time yet. The cages have cherry tomatoes. Most of my canning and cooking are going to be from these. I have all kinds of varieties. Those are Jet Stars. I have some Mary Globes, and then those are the cherry tomatoes. Kale is forever plant. You want to get that started. The asparagus trench. Let me give you an update on that. Now, you guys remember that I just showed you the seeds in the seed video of our cover crop. So it looks kind of wild in here, but that's a good thing. It's helping my soil, and it's choking out all the grass and the stickers. And I can just plant right into it. This is my other tomato patch. That's going to be the Florida weave. You can see that one a little bit better than the other one because I mounded up some dirt there. But we just plant our tomatoes right in the ground. And I use bone meal fertilizer. I will say that yesterday when I put the bone meal ring around the tomatoes over there, that a whole bunch of flies came. It was very interesting. They went away after it soaked into the ground. I watered it in. Okay, so anyways, back to the asparagus. It looks wild because of the some of that is grass. We had one come up here, and so we filled it again, and we're still, that's the only one that's come up. A lot of people say that asparagus is hard to grow. It's not hard to grow, you just aren't patient enough for it. The crowns can take a long time. Do not give up on your asparagus. Don't do it. They'll come up. Be patient. And then even once they come up, you can't harvest them for 2 to 3 years. So be patient. It takes time. That's the asparagus trench. The last thing I wanted to show you, the herb bed's looking pretty. The chamomili's coming in. Last thing I wanted to show you real quick was the strawberry bed. we just put this in. Lumber is outrageous right now, so luckily I didn't need big boards. Strawberries don't grow very deep. I had them growing on up there, a cute Pinterest thing that wasn't functionable. They get too cold up there and they'll die. That one fell down, thank God, and those two plants that were in it survived because they were down to the ground in the winter. So cute, but not functional. So I transferred the ones that fell from that into my new strawberry bed. So construction of the bed, I got some boards. I put cardboard down to try to act as a weed barrier. I don't know how well that works, but that's just how I build beds. And then on top of that, I put hardware wire. I don't know if this video is going to show you, but I'm going to... This is the type of wire that we use on the homestead. It's called hardware wire. Don't use the chicken wire. It's no good. It's more expensive, but it works. So we put the hardware wire down here to act as a barrier to keep the groundhogs out. I planted, these are second year strawberries. Those are our first year that I just put in. After I planted these, I put potash down. We're on a sandy loam here, and berries like potash. So that's what we fertilize those with. Our soil, we have several things going on with soil. I mean, it's all good, but this particular bed right here, I used a mixture of the bag soil that's really expensive and peat moss and one wheelbarrow full of topsoil. So, this box over here, I used a combination of topsoil and compost. The compost, I can smell it right now. I'm just going to walk over here really quickly and show you, because if I don't, I'll forget to make another video about it. But the compost is our own. It's not our own. My husband works for a feedlot, so he makes compost for me out of cow manure, and he turns it and adds straw. And I went and got some yesterday. This is, I mean, it smells just horrible. That's what that expensive bag dirt is. This is like, I don't know, uncut stuff. So I'm going to keep turning that. And I need a compost bin. I just haven't made it that far. I do have the start of one. I'm just still, there's so much to do. So for now, it's right there because I'm about to use it. So that's kind of the rundown on soil. I'm going to mix a wheelbarrow full of the compost and topsoil here in a minute. And I'm going to pull this row out with the landscape fabric. And this is going to be okra. So I've got my pole plants one side filled. That's from the expensive soil that you buy at the any home improvement store, but it's expensive. So we do a mixture. We try to make our own as much as we can, but sometimes we get lazy and we just buy it. The cold weather crops, I don't think I've done a video on this. This is the arbor, and I have my pole plants started indoors. The pole plants go up and will provide shade for the cold weather crops, which is cauliflower and broccoli. In the summertime, we get like 102-degree temps, so these need shade during that time, and the pole plants are going to provide that. I haven't done my bags. I have all the bags for this side, but I'm going to do winter squash on this side, butternut squash. So that doesn't plant until I think like June. So I'm going to be filling more dirt there. See, a lot of it's just dirt. and I refuse to wear gloves. Anyways, that's a side note. Here's our potatoes. They haven't came up yet. They're in the 10-gallon bags. The broccoli and cauliflowers are coming up. So, and the flower bed looks gorgeous. So that's that is the garden tour. We are in April 10th, 2021. Bye.